weekend. I'ma go with it for the weekend. Sports mode, cause I be speeding. No safety, I'm bleeding.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down. Just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham, the solid stiff arm. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive.
They'll run here with Akers.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Give, this is Akers. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. A first carry for Najee Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there out of the running game.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Godot's kick is right through.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll run on first down. Akers, and not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
He'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Harris.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. 2nd down and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Back to throw here.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 159 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll run on first down. Harris, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back.
Akers hit, he coughs it up.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
195 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jay Sternberger, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Rams, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.